Alright, I'm making this video coming from a My Hero fan. I don't watch like anime that much anymore. I used to, but yeah, so I started My Hero. I was like 13 probably, right? I'm way older now. So I've waited I've waited damn near 5 years or almost 7 years. I've waited almost 7 years for this ending. And bro, and this season sucked, bro. I'm gonna be honest. This might have been the worst season. This might have been okay, wait. This might have been My Hero's worst season, bro. If I'm being honest. Look, the build up. I'm gonna explain why this season was so trash. So look, I wrote this down. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at making these videos, but I'm gonna try. So first of all, the build up was amazing until you like experience the last season. Like, bro, what's his name? The main villain, Shigaraki. He almost okay. So look. He almost killed Bakugo, and you think like Deku's on his way, right? The main character. You he like gets there and they don't even like fight, bro. He fights for a little bit, but it keeps like giving you little crumbs, you know. So he like doesn't fight Shigaraki in the last season. I was waiting for them to have like one big fight, you know. I was waiting for like some explode. Wait, bro. Right. Where do I put this? I was waiting for some like big fight. I really, honestly, what disappoints me the most is like I wanted a big fight. And I'm not saying like, oh, fights make it, but let's be honest, bro. What else are you gonna watch this show for? Like the story's like a 10 out of 10 already. The story's a 10 out of 10. So it's like what I'm looking forward to is seeing like a fight. And this shit did not nobody fights in this season, bro. Like Deku goes like demon mode or whatever. They're like, oh, you don't look like a superhero. And that leads to nothing, bro. This whole season was like you, he's like fighting in his soul. Like, dude, I'm not trying to see this. Look, the show is deep, bro. Like when Bakugo thinks he's whatever, when he takes All Might's powers, that was a good, that was one of the best fights ever. And they were like didn't even fight that much. It was like talking too. So I'm not saying I don't mind dialogue. Like I like talking and stuff and like, but bro, this last season feels like whoever made season three, season one through like well, whoever made the rest of the show, it feels like they didn't make this season, bro. It feels like he gave it to someone who like liked the show but was like a bitch. Okay, wait. I'm not trying to cuss. I don't want to say bad words on here. But like, bro, it feels like he made it for okay. Anyways, anyways. Um One of the most badass scenes happens in this season when Bakugo wakes up and you think he's like dead. Bro, when he gets up and like what's his name? Deku spins him. That was so good. That was so good. I was like, bro, they're about to. I was like, Deku's about to fight Shigaraki, and Bakugo's about to fight All for One or one All for One. And I was like, dude, this season's gonna be so good, and especially the covers, bro. Because I watched it on Hulu. The covers were like amazing. Like it looked like there was gonna be so much fighting, and they just keep talking. And then okay, so look, Bakugo fights All for One. I'm not gonna lie, like he does have a fight, but it was so short, bro. Like, and then he turns into a baby, and it's just like, bro, what am I watching, dude? Like, just kill, like I don't know, kill him or something. I know they don't kill in the show or whatever, but they do. But, bro, some of the best animation. They put those in the movies, and they like just didn't want to use it for for the finale, so they try to make it too deep, bro. They're like, oh, you have to put me into your punch, so I can force my way into his soul. Like, bro, I'm not trying to, dude, just beat his ass. Like, they have to fight, bro. They have to fight, and then after maybe like the last episode, the last like 10 or 15 minutes, even though they're like 20 minutes long, maybe like the last 10 minutes, bro. Try to do that, you know, get into it like last 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't make shows, but um, oh shoot. Okay, that was point three. Okay, we gotta talk about All for One in this season, bro. because I get like he's not even the main villain. He's like one of the main villains, but All for One had too much like plot armor, bro. I did not want to see All for One that much, like as much as he was in the show. Like this is supposed to be about like the new generation, like the new superheroes, and I understand he was like really strong. And at first I got it, like when they started making him younger, but it's like, bro, he just keeps coming back for like no reason. Like, I get it, like you're strong, bro. I get it, but it's like they killed you like 5 times, and it's like I understand that when you're like a villain of that like ranking, and you're like that strong, obviously it's gonna be like hard or whatever to take you out. But bro, they kill him for good. He turns into a baby or whatever, and then like he's in Shigaraki's mind, like stopping Deku from helping him become a better person. Dude, he had too much say in this. Like All Might's armor, like his giant suit, mech suit, that shit did not need to happen, bro. Like I understand he would have been there for All Might, but if they took both of those out, all okay, let's say Bakugo beats up All for One, right? He was getting stronger, but he was getting like younger, so he's gonna disappear. Bakugo fights and defeats All for One because whatever he has to, because him and Deku are like the next upcoming generation. So they should be the main people, bro. I'm not trying to see All for One who's been in like every single generation of the passed down power of All for One, of One for All. Like I'm not trying to see him this long. Like I know I get he's a villain, but like gosh damn, bro. He was sick. Like he was so badass in the first like half, but then it's like it gets annoying. So he just keeps coming back. He keeps like ruining it for Deku after Bakugo like defeats him. He fights All Might, and then Bakugo. I don't know. It gets kind of like too much past a certain point. Um, and then not only did he have that much screen time, they put him in like at the start of the show. Like he like was talking to Shigaraki's dad, and he's like telling him, "Oh, you shouldn't like superheroes," or he like convinced them whatever to hate them. It's like, bro, if it should have felt like natural. Like Shigaraki became a villain naturally, not like oh at the end you find out he was basically bound. He was forced to become a villain almost, and then you like feel bad for him completely. But it's like one thing I do like about All for One though is they make him a villain. Like there's no like sympathy. He's just like that's just how he sees the world. Like oh whoever has more power, whatever is better, and he's a villain. But then they do it to Shigaraki like oh I'm gonna make you a villain, and then you kind of feel bad for him at the end, and it's like honestly, dude, I would have felt bad for him either way. Like if he just became nice or whatever naturally, and it's like it would have felt way better. Um, all right, this kind of gets me mad. This is point five. Wait, one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, whatever. This is Deku does not become number one. Now, after you watch the first episode, you're like you get this feeling that like at the end when it shows when they're older, that's what I expected. That's how I expected the show to end. Like showing us a little bit of when they're older, not too much. But like, bro, Deku says at the first episode, he says at the first episode, he's like, "This is how I become the number one hero," right? So you're like, "Oh shoot!" You're like waiting the whole whatever. I watched this whole show to see how he becomes number one, and then he's like not even ranked. I'm like, what? Like, why put that at the first episode? He could have said something like, why tease us with that, bro? And it's like I get it. He gets the suit and everything, and he becomes a hero. But like, I'm only okay. Like, I'm only saying this because when he loses his power, I don't know if people got mad at that. I actually don't mind that. Like, that's a pretty good way to end it. Like, to be like, oh shoot, what could have been? And it's like, but also, One for All was meant to destroy All for One. So it's like, once that got done, once the job was done, it's like, okay, I get it. He loses it. Like, even though it was by choice or whatever, um, it's like that's kind of a good way to end it. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. But then why say he's gonna become number one? Um. So yeah, that pissed me off. And all right. So let's see. Okay. So yeah, that's one of my likings. I already complained. Whatever. That's what I liked. Well, now we're gonna talk about what I liked. What I liked, Deku losing all for one, which are one for all. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. That was pretty cool. Um, whatever. I just said that. I just went over that. Deku and Bakugo. It's at the start of the season. I really liked how they got along. I liked how they worked together. And then, well, okay, wait. No, I'm gonna go back to what I hate. Hold on, bro. Dude, the last Deku's final smash or whatever, his final punch, that pissed me off so much, bro. Because it's like the whole show, even though it's all colorful and stuff, it doesn't feel like you're watching the cheesy anime, you know? Like even though Deku cries and stuff, you understand when these people are sad. Like you understand when they feel hate and stuff. It doesn't really give off like the corny like anime vibe. Bro, this stupid ass final punch when he's like, I can hear everyone cheering for me. Bro, nobody's trying to do it. Like nobody's trying to see this, bro. And it's like, bro, how is the final villain all for one again? He comes back and he like combines himself with Shigaraki. It's like, bro, I get it. Like I get it. He's kind of the whole reason this whole thing started or whatever, bro. But this is supposed to be like the new generation getting better. Like the new generation, I feel like that's what the show gave. Is like this is the new generation fighting their villains. But no, he fucking comes back like three times. He comes back. He dies like three times in this show in this season, whatever. And yeah, and then he starts jumping and like they gave all the side characters like they randomly like pushed out Bakugo. They pushed away Bakugo, Todoroki. Like they gave them no screen time, and then they gave like all these side characters like the dude who controls animals and shit. Sorry for cussing. Um, they give them like screen time, and they start like cheering them on and like pushing them up. They're like, "Oh, Deku, you got this," and then he's like, "Oh, I still have some embers." Bro, and then he loses his arms and gets them back right away. Like, what the dude? Oh my god, bro, this pissed me off. This show pissed me off. So Deku loses his arms, and Eri breaks off her horn, and she's like, "Oh, I could heal his arms with this." So he like loses his arms, and then they come back like 5 minutes later or something. Which, like, why lose them at that point? It was like I don't know. And dude, the more I think about this, is this like pissing me off. So yeah, he loses his arms, and then he gets them back, and he does like a final punch, and just like, and then it shows them when they're older, and they give Deku that lesbian haircut. So, bro, I don't know. I don't know who was in charge of making this last season. I'm sure like someone's pissed, bro, because there's no way like this was liked by everyone. This show, dude. If you actually like this show, if you're a fan of this show, bro, there's no way you like this last season. But thank you guys. Um, I'm going to end the video right here, and I'm gonna start uploading more. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep doing stuff like this. I might just start reviewing stuff like anime and stuff, or just anything like shows. But I had to talk about this because this is pissing me off. This is getting me mad, bro. So thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank you guys, and I'm gonna upload again soon. Don't forget to pray.